just unlike it is.
Thank you.
What is your feeling about the condition of black people here in the United States?
I feel like black people should develop themselves, you know, not to settle then just developing up yourself having a prejudice thing to it. It's just that we are people with our own history and culture. We can educate ourselves. I mean, we are the first creators. So we have to really, everything when you see on this earth here, is a black man make it. And I'm saying that the white man don't make some, but all wisdom come from the black man.
Have you made a lot of money out of your music?
Money? I mean, how much is a lot of money to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life, forever.
What is reggae music?
Reggae music is a music where I and I create.
I and I.
Yeah, that means I and I, within I and I. Not me and you, I and I. That means I and I, out of the same heart that come from. Now this music deal with a reality. Mm-hmm. The other half that has never yet been told, you know. The youth them tell it through music, and them choose reggae music. So you use it to do that type of telling there.
What does a man have to do today to really say, call himself a Rasta man?
What him have to do?
Yeah.
Well, one life is what him don't have to do.
Right. What him don't have to do. See?
You don't have to hate no one, you don't have to be really, you know, can't share it to yourself, because inside yourself there's a truth.
See?
Which is God.
True.
And if you're going to do something, then do it for the benefit of righteousness.
See?
You know, because in this world right now, people scattered, plenty of people scattered. So a man who know a deal with a Rastafari, his name himself, him have to do. So, you know, what him have to do is listen to himself.
True.
And what him do have to do is obey false business.
See?
You know? Because we want unity for our people, you know. We want unity.
True.
We want better living. We want unity, you know. And unity is strength.
See?
And if we keep on fighting against one another, then we're only weak. Because in this world where there's millions of people, I don't only have 46 good brethren.
See?
I have 46,000 good brethren.
See?
So, you know, unlimited.
See?
So we want unity.
See? Want to get rid of the situation like you sing on the track called Zimbabwe down in South Africa.
Yeah, because, you know, this black people, our people, Rasta people, is a people.
See?
You know, and we have something. If we go and fight, we must fight for Marcus Garvey revolution.
See?
Haile Selassie revolution.
See?
You know what I mean? We can't just have wasteful life, really, through a kind of survival in a different sense, which is that is not real survival. Because survival is not a self-survival. Survival is your people survival, like Marcus Garvey wanting people to survive.
See?
And Haile Selassie stated that today I and I couldn't know say Rastafari is what I and I must deal with.
See?
Because you couldn't deal with anything else, which is abomination, you know.
See?
Because Rastafari is what I and I.
You born as a Rasta?
Yeah, I was born, you know, and then born and growing. There was a certain amount of consciousness in myself that, you know, it was always a lonely world, not finding people who might think like me, you know.
Yeah.
Not to say that I think so different, but because this consciousness about God and the people who come from is more Christian, you know. We always try to stand up on the right. But we used to find out now that one church quarreling against the next church, and I figure I never want any of that, you know. I never want really enter into the thing where this one I fight against that one and everybody talking about God still. So after going on and coming up, you know, the thing that was there get more stronger. Come to Kingston, meet some more people. Them people is Rasta. You talk to them and find out it's the same thing what I have inside. It's the same thing.
How old were you when this started to happen?
This is about 17, 18, you know. I find out that the same thing when I deal with is the same thing where the Rasta man talk about. So that is how I could identify myself as a Rasta. By not changing, you know.
How long have you been a Rasta?
Rasta from ever since. Change is what is. From the beginning to the end, you can never change. Things, everything go to you and filter right out. That's Rasta from creation, you know. It's not an easy thing to explain in an educated standard way. So people can do it. Man. Things, explain.
You know, a lot of people are confused about what a Rasta really is and have a very negative image of the Rasta. Tell us what a Rasta is.
See, Christ promised that he will return within 2,000 years, you know, and him said when him come, he will be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah, through the lineage of King Solomon and King David. Now, my life have great meaning to me, so I really search to find out if God is here. When I search, I look in Ethiopia, I look all about, looking at Germany, you know, because I'm not prejudiced. Me look for God. Me looking at Ethiopia, I see one man stand up with these names. Emperor Haile Selassie, name King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of Judah, through the lineage of King Solomon and King David, written in the Bible. One of my things is that the Bible, them say that King James edit the Bible. Now, my understanding is that King James edited the Bible, I don't think he would edit it for the benefit of black people. So when the revelation turned out that Haile Selassie is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, coming straight through the lineage of King Solomon and King David, then, you know, we really know that this is a Christ return. Because we know in this world, yeah, when the white man edit it, he wouldn't edit it in our behalf. You know, he would have more edited to make it look like England going to be the big thing. But in the last days, they'll prove out that is Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, you know, and Haile Selassie's name is Rasta. So we are called Rastas, you know, called by his name. And then it's a lot of things. We go as far as saying, him say when him return and you call upon him, now this is God, him say when him return and you call upon him, your mother and your father will forsake you. Now, we know that if you call upon the Catholics, them embrace you. You call upon the Church of God, them embrace you. Any religion you call upon, you might get embraced. The only religion them push you off from is Rasta. But that does make the truth more real, because them say, when you call upon my name, your mother and your father will forsake you. And that is why today you hear Rasta get so much bad name. It's not because Rasta do anything bad, but it's because how the prophecy go with it. When if your mother and your father will forsake you, just imagine people who don't even know you. You know what I mean?
Well, in most religions, you go to church on Sunday, and you may go to a Bible class once or twice during the week, and that's it.
Yeah.
Is it pretty much basically the same in Rasta, or is it more involved?
No, we say that the man is a church. The Bible is there. But what we find out now is that a lot of people read the Bible, but them don't understand the Bible because the approach to the Bible is wrong. I mean, there's no way you can read a book. You just take up a book and just read it in the middle and figure you can find out what was happening from the beginning to the middle. The Bible is a whole book with a whole tradition in it. And from them read to Genesis to Revelation, the whole truth and the whole straight road with the overstanding is there. You know, so it's not to say, well then, we just go church and do like the other Christian. We know that the man is a church, you know. Because see, you just can't overthrow the truth. You know, we, our people, have our roots. When we search for it, we find it in a Rasta. Because we don't see, there's no other way, we don't see no other way. It's Rasta we find the roots in there, you know.
Question, Mr. Marley. In November 1930, almost 49 years ago to the day, Rastafari was crowned King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Haile Selassie, King of Ethiopia. In 1955, 25 years later, the emperor set aside 500 acres of land for black peoples of the West who wished to return to the motherland. Now my question is, what importance should these facts have for black people of the world?
What important facts is these things that black people know?
Yes.
First fact is that them are planning in Africa, right? Next fact is that Christ. No, the whole thing is when Christ then will return as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah. And I see His Majesty as the Christ of the Bible talk about. The Rastafari movement started at the same time when you see His Majesty crowned King of Kings, the name Rastafari.
Yes.
As when the Bible revealed it, man, the whole thing get together.
Yes.
See, Rome fight it, you know. Rome just fight Ethiopia, have to set up Rome. So Rome become a symbol in everyone's imagination, in a sense, instead of Ethiopia. In Addis Ababa, which part the reality, not the follow, the real thing come from before men get idea so things like this could happen. You know, that's where the root had come from. Roots. Rastafari had a root. Rastafari had God, you know. See, you know, there's God for one people and still. My God for all people. See? My God for all people. So, this is the struggle we have now. Because God not partial. God black. See? God black. And him not partial. Man, I'm a God for the China man. And I'm a God for the Indian. And I'm a God for the white man. And I'm a God for the black man. You know? The only place in Africa that never been colonized is Ethiopia. Ever since. So if Africa going to unite, I'm going to unite towards His Majesty. You know, that ideology where His Majesty has. So the whole thing I and I deal with is to show the people the truth. It's the first natural way of living before man take power to himself. You know? Rasta way. Before man join anything. Free art, Rasta. You know? So we talk about African struggle. You see, you know Jamaica. You know how Jamaica and how black people reach Jamaica. Well, you know how the history of that. The history is through slavery. So when you're in Jamaica and talk about Africa, when you're in the West and you speak of Africa, like maybe even 7 years ago, it was terrible. You know that? You know what I mean? You could even talk to one black man about Africa and tell you not deal with Africa.
Yeah.
Then I fight for Africa, man. You know, His Majesty. If it wasn't for Haile Selassie, there wouldn't be no Africa.
True.
It would have been Europe. I'm not changing names so much, you wouldn't have no Ethiopia. See? So I'm not talking about revolution, man. And I want to tell you, every revolution must, if they want to win the revolution, they have to win it with Rasta. You can't win no other way. Because if you win other way, you have to fight again. When you Rasta win, there's no more war.
So I will end of all wars. Cause of war, forget about that. The root of the problem. That's what
If you study the lyrics to the song War, you see what His Majesty had to say about it. And if you can base your life on that philosophy, then you become a Rasta. Base your life on that philosophy, then you become a Rasta.
I have a question directed to Neville. All right, you came here. Were you a Rasta when you were at UCLA? Or did you, how did you come to be in this movement?
In the movement, through reality, like as a black man always viewing black in a cultural way, searching for the true way. Like when I was here, I was in the Black Panther Party. I was marching up and down with Angela Davis. I was here during a time when black Americans was really dealing with something. Their voices were being heard. Like it kind of changed now. So at that time, like you had to be militant to survive. You know, you much talk about human rights. It was a struggle. Well, the struggle is still on. There's no real change been made. So coming here, right, I find Rasta fully when I really leave here and return home. After checking out Babylon and really seeing what the university and the world have to offer. When I return home and I come here and check, well then, God is the best answer than materialism, so I choose God's way. But it's an inborn concept. Rasta, you find Rasta through searching for the truth.
One truth.
It's just one truth you can find. That answers your question.
Okay, I'd like to ask you about the women's position in the movement. Do you have a lot of input, or do you feel like you're more domestic? Is that your input?
Well, in the beginning, the woman has always been the domestic one. She's the one that takes care of the children and takes care of her husband. But we find that we have talent and we have a work to do. So apart from taking care of children and taking care of the house, we have to fulfill that talent that God has given to us. Like us being on the road now, as sisters, we leave our children behind and it's fulfilling our talent.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
You become a Rasta automatically when you discover yourself, when you find what you're living for and what man's purpose is on this earth, and start living in that direction, then you become a Rasta.
Well, who are some of your influences?
Well, I think my biggest influence is Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie. Sure.
From what you heard coming up as a boy about Garvey, or what you've learned now that you're grown, or what?
What we hear, what we read, and what we know now about him.
Did you learn much about Garvey in school?
No. Yes, them don't teach. It's the education that we don't get in school, We don't get that type of education that when we grow up we can know who we is. Mm-hmm. We get a more education that we might know who Christopher Columbus is, or who Marco Polo is, But we never really know who Marcus Garvey is, who Haile Selassie is, or who any black man is.
Would you say that Marcus Garvey has a lot of influence within the movement?
Marcus Garvey is a prophet, man. Marcus Garvey tell that we must look to the east for the king when the king come. 1930s Majesty. Come on, and I see from them time that till it could have come, that's I could have come know him at this time. Marcus Garvey, up till now Marcus Garvey prophecy go on forever. Because a lot of things Marcus Garvey said, and a lot of it come to pass. Some still live, and everyone see it. Meaning get more stronger, in reality. As everything when said them time happened today, and everyone see it happening. Well played.
The Rastafarians, they see the black people of Jamaica as sort of exile, sort of like in a Babylon.
Yeah, we see, yeah, man, you see, history, that is not even that we see ourselves as that, but that is what it is. Because as you know, that history was taken away from Africa, slaves to the West Indies, to America, to anywhere. You understand? So that is natural that we are here now. No, we was taken from Africa as slaves, we're Africans. Now you come to Jamaica and them take you to Jamaica, and today you must be Jamaicans or Americans. No, we refuse to be that. We are Africans. You know? And now, if we want to, if we say, well, then, well, should the black people alone survive, or should the Indians or Chinese alone survive? They need to say, no, that is why Christ will return in a new name, and the new name is Rastafari, unto all people. You know, God, this is where we are dealing about the God, the Creator. You know, in a simple way.
And you believe Haile Selassie will return?
Well, Haile Selassie is here because I dig this now. The man who invented capitalism, where is he?
You tell me.
I don't know. Neither the man who invent the next thing, or the next thing, or the next thing. You dig? So the teaching of His Majesty is a truth towards mankind. It's not, him don't make war or nothing. It's a teaching, you know. No, this is a teaching, right? As someone who set the example of one must follow and one must live. And His Majesty is the only one, or the perfect one who do it.
What about...
So it's not a sense of say, well then, looking for a man to praise him as God, but is the teaching and who said the right things. Because him say until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance to the color of his eyes, you know. That who else said that? I mean, this man right. So when we check him now, we find it's God that said these things in truth. And it's just truth. Because the next one don't show you no way to life, neither the next one, you know. So we neither go right nor left, we go straight ahead. And straight ahead means going to Rastafari, which is the head creator.
Rastafarianism is very popular in Jamaica, yet in Canada and the United States it has a bad reputation. People are associated with drugs and the trafficking of marijuana and violence, police arrests.
Yeah, man, them crucified Christ, remember? Christ was a Christian and them crucified Christ. Him is not what it is.
No, but let's go back to the facts. People have been arrested, and the Rastafarians in Toronto, for example, have a very bad reputation.
I wouldn't say that the Rastafarians have a bad reputation. I would say people give the Rastafarians bad reputation because the Rastafarians, all of these things happening before the Rastafarians even start coming to Canada anywhere around here.
But the things that are very obvious are things like the way you look, right? To most people who are very conservative in dress, you look quite strange. Plus the fact that you advocate smoking marijuana.
Yeah, this. I'll show you this now. Could they tell God that it's not legal?
No, but
they couldn't tell God that it's not legal.
You have a very strong religious belief, but other people don't necessarily share that. And what they see are the obvious things. And isn't it, in fact, true that many Jamaican people get involved in the trafficking of marijuana and therefore get the bad reputation associated with Rastafarians?
People get trafficking. You see, I don't really know anything about those parts of life, you know. All I know about is Rastafari, you know, and try bringing this truth to the people. What the people do with them life, I don't really know about that. I know about my own.
Okay, what is your own? What's your music to you?
The music to me, the music is more than music to me. It go further than music, you know. It go with I don't know, it further than music.
But you used it as a strong message. I mean, words like a hungry man is an angry man.
The music used me.
Reggae music is seen to be, well, it is the outlet for all the frustration that the oppressed people of Jamaica experience. But yet at the same time, reggae has a real easy beat, and a lot of the lyrics are, you know, forget your troubles, you know, just be happy, exist. How can you
coincide and dance?
Yeah, how can you do that?
Because you have got dance to jam music. It's the whole thing is what's in your head, you know. But we say, forget your troubles and dance, man. Dance to jam music, get your culture. from your culture, then we move to progress. You know, but that is what you want to do, dance to jam music. That means, in a sense, it's dancing to jam music, but it's educate yourself culturally towards His Majesty, Rasta, is that, you know what I mean? It's not just dance. It's get this dance to jam music. That you can walk, ja walk, talk, ja talk, run, ja run, you know? Do anything ja way. It's like, do it ja way, just do it ja way, which is the righteous way. Like, dance a righteous dance. You know what I mean? This is the music say, death to black and white oppressors, to all oppressors. You know, we deal with human beings, we deal with the purpose why God created man in the first place, and how man should live. And we, these people, want to live like how God said man should live. And through reggae music, we convey our message, because it's a lot of people not even that way. Not that them don't want to live that way, but they're forced to live that way. So the music come to change, you know. Well, reggae music is a music created by Rasta people, and it carry earth force, a people rhythm, like people. There's a rhythm of people working, people moving, you know. It's necessary to understand the lyrics, you know. They have meaning to, you know. But it's because some people understand the words, you know. Some people never go through them situations, so. But the dregs of the world suffer, masses of the people suffer, and this music comes from the masses of the people. You know, it don't really come from up class.
Do you see that through these cultural activities, is that the best way to reach people in your opinion?
I am not trying to reach people. I am what I am. See, and there's a lot more people like me out there, which is my people. So I'm not trying to reach a strange people. The people that I'm reaching is my own people. We all know the same thing. We come in this time. It's our people. It's not nobody else's people, but our people.
Okay.
The way they.
Well, thanks.
So when I really come out in the world to strangers, it's not strangers. We might never see one another for a long while, but it's our people.
What about marijuana? How does that fit in with Rastafari and the Rastafari religion?
It fits in just like how water, people drink water. I mean, how water fits in a people's life. I mean, you know what I mean? Check it.
You don't consider it
check
bad
it now.
for you?
Let me check it now. Me check it that I am a man, right? And I check it that the man who made the law was a baby once. Say, you mustn't smoke herb. Him was a baby, mother wash him off, clean him, you know what I mean? You know how the stage of baby is going through. So today when him come to tell I that I mustn't smoke herb, then he must remember say him was a baby. That means I have knowledge for myself, because where him get that knowledge from to tell me that I mustn't smoke herb, when my knowledge tell me I must smoke herb. So herb is good, you know what I mean? And what herb do know? Herb is the healing of the nation.
It's the what?
Healing of the nation. Bring your heads together. That means we can think one way. Now check it.
Think of more people.
If we are smoking herb, we're supposed to think one way. Right? Because we are all doing the same thing. Now this is the thing about it. Now if we are suppose if everyone think like how we think, then I mean everything would have cool, because we don't say war. We say peace and love, and we want the cleanliness out of life. The more you accept herbs, the more you accept Rastafari. Herb is important, but herb is more important than people do accept it yet, because it is a reality. I mean, it's not so well then, and say, herb is a plant. Everything. Why these people want to do so much good to everyone? We call themselves governments and this and that. man using it. You see? And it's like I'm careful we're saying this, no, you must use it because it make it bad. It's what? Against men won't crave because them crave for the thing like that, and them have some material things and them want to captivate your mind and tell you say, well, you have to work and put you on pension and then keep it all. So Herb make you look for yourself, and instead of you want to work for the man, you want to be one of the man too. Not in the sense of how he is, but in the sense that why should you have to go to these things?
Do you have to smoke to be a Rasta?
No, man. But in this time, I mean, like, for instance, you're reaching a sense where you're strong enough, can take a little smoke. So when all them car pass, although you live in the city, you don't hear it because you're thinking. Different individuals live, so. I mean, the whole world confused you and you're worried and you don't have no time to think. Herb is that thing that give you a little time to yourself so you can live if you use it.
What about alcohol?
Alcohol make you drunk, man. It don't make you meditate. It just make you drunk. When you drink alcohol, you don't meditate. You're more medicated. Herb is more a consciousness.
It must create problems for you now when you go different parts of the world where perhaps it's outlawed, as it were.
Well, it's just like what I was saying is that I don't care. It's the people who make it outlaw. It's about a few. Majority of the people on the earth want it. And it's just a few because guns and prisons and bad life treat you bad. So people kind of... But you want some people power. And the only people power is Rastafari. Come a night of freedom, I mean, what can happen? When I smoke some herb and be cool, you know what I mean? Because herb, you never find a man smoke herb and crash out in the street. You mostly find a man who drunk, drive and drunk in alcohol. Him figure say him have control of himself, but him don't have it, right? But herb make you control yourself. Herb make you wouldn't do bad things. No man can tell us him smoke herb and make him do bad things. Herb make you be calm. That's why them say in those times the lions shall eat grass. Because I and I are the lion and we smoke the herb, that means we become cool. Because you can just imagine if we'd a drink and still believe the way how we believe. I mean, you know, it would have bloody. You understand?
The alcohol is not good.
Cool, you know what I mean? You see, stand up and talk for my rights. I know what that is. See? And I don't care who the guy is. Because my right is my right, like my life. You know? All I have is my life. That means if I can say, I don't want that or I don't want this. When I check it out, the biggest man was a baby one time. So I don't know where him get all of these big ideas, want to be rulers over people. You see? And help enforce devilism. Can't dig it. Can't take it.
A lot of Africans that come from different parts of the world, whether born on the continent or not, come to America and they look at so-called black Americans, and a lot of us seem to be hung up into materialism, Hollywood, and things like this. How do you view the black American in terms of making contributions to the revolution?
Marcus Garvey come to America and get up over 6 million black people already. So as black people in America as one of His Majesty Army when same have in the West. Yeah. So, you know, you might find a 1 and 2 kind of, but you have a lot of them solid. Wait for the right time. Going for the Africans here, not the Black Americans. Africans are too much Africans. This is to cut out the American part.
So this would be primarily an Africanist view.
Yeah.
We are all Africans.
Yes.
As far as I see it, at the same time, you cannot tell some black people who call themselves, like you said, Black Americans, that, you know, because they're here working for their money and their big house and their car and their insurance and their death benefits. And tell you, I'm going to live here and be fat and work and retire and die. You know, so you cannot even deal with them people like that. If you deal with the Africans, you know, a leopard cannot change his spot, now they pick up on the skin. You know, so we're looking for people who know it with the mark of the Almighty upon them heart.
He came, he lost his culture, his identity, everything. He became a slave. He grew into freedom. Now, the white person has always been living his normal life, his normal growth ever since, right? The black man now getting his freedom, he's trying so hard to balance with the white man. He's trying to prove that he's just as good, he's just as all that. So he's looking so far away from Rasta in the opposite direction, right? No, the white people now, they have already experienced middle class, this middle class, that. So they know what's happening in the world. So they have time to really go and check out what Rasta saying. They can really, they see it a lot more, to me, a lot more white people have understood or been attracted to Rasta than blacks in America, you know?
On your new album, Legacy, you talk about the Babylon system.
Yes.
What do you see the Babylon system as?
Babylon system is a vampire, deceiving the people day by day, building church and university. Because now, when you check the church now, the Bible is there. The Bible reveals that when Christ comes, he will be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, right? Now, when we look out, we say, Haile Selassie. Now, when we check the school now, the school don't teach the people of them natural history and them origin of where mankind come from. They will tell you about the history of America, the history of Jamaica. What about the history of the people from the beginning? And try to tell you that people come from monkey. How come monkey don't change no more? You know what I mean? This is things that I deal with, that the people is God creation. And where I find that people are simple, because you educate someone and you send them out and, you know what I mean, them becomes like just, it's educated.
Isolation.
Yeah, you know, it's very, very tricky. You have to be yourself. You know.
Well, is that sort of the message that you're trying to send to black people in America?
This is a message that the black people. No, this is a message. This is a message that the people have. This is a message that the people of today have. You know, this is a generation that seek God. That's why when we come today, we don't come with color prejudice, because, you know, we don't deal with that. We deal with this is a generation that seek God. This people. You know, this is just a time. It's a all people thing. This is a generation that seek God. But where we must all realize that now, that the black man get the gift of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The white man get the gift of technology. The man from Asia get the gift of wealth, you know, oil and all them things. Right? So if the black people is not united, then the white man, him is useless, because there is no unity for give him a direction. All them doing go out in a folly and create all sort of thing, because there is the root where him getting knowledge from. It is not united. That means the earth government, which is Christ's government, have a eye tool over the natural things we men do. Because while a guy would encourage a scientist to try and make a couple of spacecraft go to the moon, you know, In a Christ government, if I tell you, better we make a couple more houses, I better we try plant some more food and get the earth people in living condition. You see, God is good. You know, so when man try to turn God and become a devil, God is God already. So it's when a man try to become God and become a devil, and I fight against God. So wickedness is not the will of God, man. It's the will of man. The devil do them things. Because if you follow the ways of God, everything is righteous. Man destroying himself. You have to unite with His Majesty. Forget Africa to name Ethiopia again. As easy as that. Because when they name Ethiopia, man start coming and capture. And when them capture, them just capture, unite them capture and call it Africa. But whenever capture, still name Ethiopia, that means it's like a man of your herb, you know, when I take it to it. What you live with, is it name herb still? You know? And him can just take this and call it something else. So the only way Africa can name Ethiopia again is that the Africans have to unite for the Ethiopia. The ways of His Majesty, not the ways of the Russian, nor the American. No socialism, no communism, no capitalism. African, you know. Christ. This is where God come from, you know. A God we are dealing with, you know. Sometimes, you know, people broke it down like a man. But a God is really everything we really sit down and discuss God. You know? Because He's God. Stuff alright.
Today and in the past, the media has always presented leaders to us and have told us this is our leader. Do you see any blacks in the world today who you could truly say are real leaders for black people?
The leader has come already, man. And the leader won't be a man in a sense, like a man who come and say he's a leader. Truth, Haile Selassie is a leader. You want the identity now to develop itself towards that direction. The guy is a leader already. One more leader. See, it's a government, you know, it's a government, you know, it's not really a little you know, this track Ethiopia. I know it from the beginning. It says there's a whole thing there. You know? So it's better for happen. We have to keep it. So His Majesty said that's what we have to agree with. Because any man come with any leadership business, he will have, I think, opposition. So we are dealing with the truth, true roots, true revelation, or reveal the truth. So you don't have no leader. And they just deal with the truth. We have people who make moves, yes, you know what I mean? Just get things together. The problem now is because it's two different powers, right? Well, none of them don't have no power. The power belongs unto His Majesty, who is God. So what they must do now, acknowledge the truth and know says God ways for run everywhere and deal with this in a that way. It can't be done in a different way because even if a man even fight with him outside, he must fight the next time again. So it better be the last Armageddon, which is the last Armageddon. This is the Armageddon. Because the consciousness, every man must fight for consciousness this trip. It's not it's not really boxing. Everyone a fight about. Now here come Rastafari, who never need a bow to America, nor a bow to Russia, for build up no nuclear thing, for really have that kind of, you know, must remain God. So it's man conscience, you know. Yeah, I see it. I love life. See? So I look out there now and I say, well, then I have to live forever. Now the only way I can live forever is to know God and do what God says. And no man can fight that. So when I look out and I see His Majesty, you know, and without in time and time to reveal that Him is God. So it's a life, you know. It's not saying it's just a natural, it's not like a natural thing a man just say that I'm going to be a Rasta and I'm going to die tomorrow. Every Rasta man deal with life forever in this time.
How do you describe your music?
We describe our music as a road to consciousness, you know? Yeah. So, regardless which label people might call it, we're satisfied with any label, but we call it music still, you know? Revolutionary music.
Revolutionary in what respect?
Revolutionary of the mind, you know, bring the reality of what has been hidden from the wise and the prudent to the babe and the suckling.
Well, for instance, the film clip that we've got, or we had of Is This Love, everyone in that film clip seemed to be sort of so happy, and when you were making it.
Yeah, a lot of children.
Yeah, with the children and everyone. Everyone was smiling. And
no need for the children to be sad, you know.
Dancing.
They're innocent.
Yeah.
Right? All children innocent. So them should be happy. Well, I feel ahead for I and I is the unity of Africa. And then when the unity of Africa comes, then people will really understand, say, you know, there was something in this thing. There is something in it.
Do you think of yourself more as an African than a Jamaican?
Yeah, because one of the main things is that we're Rasta. From you accept Rasta, you become an Ethiopian, which is Africa. Next thing again, the history of Jamaica shows that the Arawak Indian was living there, and it belonged to the Arawak Indian. Now, our history shows that through slave business, black people come out of the Western thing, you know? So we still figure, say, Africa is a root, you know, and this is where we must return to.
What do you see as most of Africa's problems as far as uniting?
I see Africa's problem is that outside people keep on fatiguing the people, you know, and make them can't really get them things together, you know. If it's not this superpower, it's that superpower. But Africa is only a place which part of them used to exploit, you know. Nobody no really. Africa's so rich that it become a man just go to Africa, steal out what he want to steal and carry back in his country. And Africa stay there like, you know, well, Africa ready.
Garvey used to say Africa for the Africans. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, Africa for Africans, a woman abroad, you know. Sure.
Will your home base though always be Jamaica, or someday would you like to live in Africa?
No, someday I'm be in Africa.
Yeah.
Maybe we up in Jerusalem. You know what I mean? And in Bible land.
And what do you think lies ahead for Jamaica?
I think what lies ahead for Jamaica is that Jamaica is a beautiful island. The best thing Jamaica could have been is just like how Jamaica, like how England owned Jamaica. Jamaica must make some part of Africa own Jamaica. You know what I mean? And it work more nicer, I mean, you know. But if it's going to be a thing which we always going to have a war. Because the only solution is either them get themselves with Nigeria or with someone, you know what I mean? But make Jamaica become some African, something to do with Africa, that Africa owns Jamaica, you know? But because the people and them whole heap ideology and philosophy where they want to come with, you know, some people want to be Marxist, some want to be this, some want to be that, and nobody don't, and plenty of people don't want to be with them is, and where them is African, and Africa have its own culture, and its own people, and you know, all it needs is people who keep it down for either die out of the earth or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of revolutionary-minded black Americans, but they are powerless without the mass of black Americans being conscious, you know. The only way they can do anything mentally, spiritually, or physically is if they have the people behind them.
Unity is
you know.
One thing you have to remember that as black people, our gift is wisdom and knowledge, and that's been hidden from black people for a long time. So we now have to be aware of that fact and start to use it because it's our natural talent. So that's part of, the whole thing. Is to know what your talent is and search for your roots, Because the deeper you go, the further out you can branch.
And the unity is the highest power. Strive towards unity.
The troubles in Jamaica and the troubles in America and the troubles all around the world for all the people who are oppressed by a system. Do you see that through these cultural activities, is that the best way to reach people in your opinion?
I am not trying to reach people. I am what I am. See, and there's a lot more people like me out there, which is my people. So I'm not trying to reach a strange people. The people that I'm reaching is my own people. We all know the same thing. We come in this time. It's our people. It's not nobody else's people, but our people.
Okay.
The way they.
Well, thanks.
So when I really come out in the world to strangers, it's not strangers. We might never see one another for a long while, but it's our people.
A lot of young viewers look up to you and are going to want to hang on every word and every syllable. Do you have a message for young people?
Well, the whole thing again is to really check out the truth of Rasta and don't make like follyism. Don't make it check it out. And don't get too busy that you can't check out the truth. Because the truth is there. And Africa awaits its creators. And we know that the people in the West, head-wise, it's them ready, Them have to learn, come learn. What them learning in the West, them have to carry it home to them people, make it be a benefit to the people. Because, how long must the black people suffer? And these are people, And then we have our own culture, we have everything. We don't short of anything. We have everything. Plus we have a land that no one is living there. And we must go home to it. And when you go home, you can build all of these big buildings if you want. If you miss a city, build a city. You know what I mean? If you want a car, you can get a car. I don't see the big thing. One time America was maybe used to have lots of all what I call it, all sort of thing I walk through. Africa is a peaceful place. Then we want to fool black people about a jungle and blah, blah, boom, boom.
Where have you been in Africa besides Ethiopia?
Zimbabwe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Gabon.
How did Zimbabwe strike you?
Well, Zimbabwe nice, man. Zimbabwe really nice. It's like a paradise in a place. When you go in and see it. Beautiful.
How did the people react to you?
People's great. Yeah. People good. Them places when you go and you see how the people, how the land set up, you see people living. You see a man having mouse on a nice piece. And then the whole thing about it, the climate, you can go out all the while. The climate nice outside. Yeah. If you want to look upon a few lions and things, you can walk and go. And if you want to see some things that man never make, but it look like somebody make it, that's all Zimbabwe too. Because I go in a place and I see some stone farm, but I know it's not no man make it, but the weight farm, is higher than something.
It's really been a pleasant and informative experience talking to you, Brother Marley.
Nice.
I thank you for your time.
I agree.
Wish you well.
Rasta.
This is being filmed. There'll be children 10 years from now looking at this and wondering who you are. Can we have all your names?
If children looking 10 years from this.
Yes.
And this.
Right.
Children want to wonder who is me because children 10 years from this is Rasta.
I just wanted to know your names and what you play.
Start.
Congos, Devon.
Bob, Tyrone, keyboards.
Junior, guitar.
Wow, keyboards. Never color the music.
Carlton.
Drums.
We have over there Mr. Family Man Barrett.
Please. All right.
We're rebel, man. We're revolutionaries, you know?
Is that the way you'd see yourself?
Yeah, I see myself as a revolutionary who don't have no help and not take no bribe from no one. I fight it single-handed with music. Rasta is the future. See?